One, two.
1, 2, 3. Good morning, my dear viewers, and welcome to Vibrant Morning here in BTV. Now, Vibrant Morning brings you newspaper review of People Daily newspaper and some of the headlines from different newspapers across East Africa and most particularly in Kenya. Welcome this morning. It is the morning of 16th July 2025, and we are here to bring you more and extensively on what happens in Migori County and beyond. Please keep tuned to BTV. You can follow us on YouTube page, that is BTV Kenya. You can also follow us on Facebook page, Blackman TV. At the same time, you can also follow us on Instagram and TikTok, that is BTV Kenya. Remember, your comments are valid. Your comments help us to know how to improve the services that we give to you. Please keep tuned. Don't go away. We just begin it live, and I'm your host, Gagi Isaiah. Allow me to take this opportunity once again this morning to welcome my co-host Lennox Odede. Good morning, Lennox.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
Yes.
You are good, eh?
I'm good.
Do you want us to do it in Swahili or in English?
Let's do it in English.
In English,
yeah,
but we'll be mixing.
We'll be
where possible.
Going this way and that way.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Lennox, for today making it. I'm very happy that you did beat the jam today.
Yeah.
And the weather is friendly today. I can even see from the dress code. But it's okay.
The weather is so cold, by the way. It's only that once you enter in this room, then the temperature changes.
Okay.
Yes, but anyway, it is that month that the Adventists, you know, they are beginning their Makambi.
Their camp.
Every week you will just be hearing we are moving to that Makambi, this Makambi, that. So if you know you are an Adventist and your spouse is singing in a group,
Is it the singing choirs?
just declare yourself single. Paka September.
not really, not really.
You just need to declare yourself single. Paka September, because right now an Adventist who is singing in a particular group is moving from one camp meeting to another. Leo wako hapa, kesho they are the guest choir mahali nini, they move. So just declare yourself single.
Okay.
Paka September.
That is very tough, but
Anyway,
all the same. Thank you for that
we
information.
wish them all the best. The only thing they need to do is to give us an holiday. Yeah, Makambi. Yeah, that's the only thing we need from them.
Thank you so much. Remember, we will also be here to bring you live what happens in different camp meetings that is organized by Seventh-day Adventist Church. We'll be beginning with, if you are in Migori, if you are away from Migori, we'll beginning with as we call it Kadika SDA Church.
Kadika?
Yes,
Wanaanza lini?
that is when our director will have to brief us on when, but we know we are going to cover that event live. Please keep following and don't be left behind. We'll bring you all the details. From there we move to Migori West, and always we bring you the best, we serve you the best. So keep following us. Remember, your comments and feedback are very, very important, and we really value you. Please, thank you so much. Keep commenting. Now we kick it off, and we are looking at the Standard newspaper. What is in the headline of the Standard newspaper? And we see the reign of anarchy. Now that's what the Standard editor decided to.
Why must you just say that was that's what the Standard editor decided?
I mean, because it is the editors who decides what goes in the newspaper, what becomes the title of the newspaper. So that's what the editor chose. And he chose that today the title of the day of the newspaper is going to be Reign of Anarchy. Very strong words.
Yeah.
Okay, let us see what is there. We can see there the photo of the President William Ruto. I think this is when he was issuing a stern warning, and he's on a microphone and he's pointing direct to the people. And we also see a photo of interior CS Kipchumba Murkomen, and he's also there speaking. And also we see at the background, you can see an image or photos of the Gen Z protesters. I don't know whether they are really Gen Z protesters, because they are holding clubs and rungus, while there was a comment and a talk across the republic that those who are holding, or those who are having the rungus during the demonstrations were not really the Gen Zs. So we can also see them at the background. And also we see an image of looted business premises there, with the policemen standing on guard there, but all the same the business has been looted out. You can also check that is there. And also we see a photo of this looks like a home on fire. It is also there, but the headline is Reign of Anarchy. And just to give you a brief of what is there: from burnt hospitals to brazen looting, Kenya is spiraling into a state of orchestrated anarchy. Now that is, sorry for that, that is very funny, but you can see that, and there's also figures there. You can check out that. But before we continue to another newspaper, I don't know what Lennox you have to say about the newspaper headline from the Standard.
I think that,
Sorry for that.
I don't want to contradict what the editor said, or rather what editor wrote, or rather what the editor gave the headline of the story. But it's high time that we need a country called Kenya. And we will need a country called Kenya tomorrow, and even a day after tomorrow. We will still need a country by the name Kenya, because we will still live in Kenya, and we will die in Kenya, we will be buried in Kenya. And the people who will live after us will also need that same country called Kenya. It is upon the government to ensure that we have that country called Kenya. Yes, the country should not let us go into a state of lawlessness. That is a state of anarchy. Yes, so you know, everyone has a different opinion. There are people who feel that the government is driving people towards that direction of the state of lawlessness, that is the state of anarchy. But then again, there are people who also feel that the Gen Z protest and some particular politicians are taking Kenya to that state of lawlessness. So it's upon the government to stand firm and ensure that we maintain our democratic country, because it is a country for the people, by the people, of the people, and what?
And for the people.
And for the people. Yes. So that's the country we want. It should be a country that belongs to everybody. It should be a country that is there for everybody. It should be a country that everyone feels part of it. And the moment that we see a state of when people live in a state of lawlessness, it means that I can even kill you right now, and I will be taken nowhere, because
you'll go scot-free.
Because there is nothing that can bar me from killing you, and again, there's nothing that can make. In fact, there will be no police officers. I won't be taken to any court, because I believe that there will be no court. So, if there are leaders who think that the country is going to the wrong direction, I love what Okia Omtata always do or always does, whichever the case. What he always do is that anytime he sees something wrong in the government, he will take it upon himself and petition the government. He will move to the court, petition whatever he feels is wrong, and then at the end of the day, Kenyans will see that I did this the right direction. But when you want to tell the Gen Zs move to the street, yet the people you're telling to move to the streets are thugs. The people you're telling to move to the streets are people who don't want the economy to grow, are people who don't have the country Kenya at hand. They go there to loot, they go there to do all sorts of nasty things. Then it means that we are moving to the wrong direction. So the government should just take a firm stand and ensure that we remain with our country Kenya, which is a democratic country.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Lennox. We jump to the Star newspaper, looking at the headline of what is in the Star newspaper. Police fired from ambulance during Sabasaba probe. Now, English here is becoming a bit tricky. I want you to interpret it for us to understand. The police fired from ambulance during Sabasaba probe.
Do you mean that
How
the
do you
police was in an ambulance vehicle? Okay, an ambulance is a vehicle, right? Yes. So the police was in an ambulance, and then from he fired rounds of bullets from the same ambulance.
Yeah, when he was in the ambulance.
When he was in the ambulance.
And another connotation is police fired from. Fired.
It might mean that the police has been fired.
Yes.
Ameachishwa kazi.
You see, but
that is food for thought. But anyway,
all the same, we see that is what the Standard newspaper is. You can see images of a family monster fear all shot while watching TV at home. That was a very sad situation. I think that was we call them stray bullets.
Yes, stray bullets.
Yeah.
And those are the things that we really don't want to see, because we've seen the case of baby Pendo was killed by a stray bullet. But very many victims are people who don't go to the streets to andamana. We've even seen it here in Migori, whereby some people being shot just from the balcony. They're just there watching how mandamano is being done, but all of a sudden they get shot. There's a time we went to one who was receiving treatment at Migori Teaching and Referral Hospital, and you wonder, why is it that the innocent are the most affected?
Now that brings me to a story. I remember there was this day, and my uncle was doing. He was with those workers. It was kind of he has been putting up a structure, his home. So the home is far away from town, but when you are across the bridge, across the river from Nyasare side, you can easily reach the house. So they were in the process. The fundis were there, and he went up like he was like, okay, let me see what's happening. Immediately he stepped down. He heard a sound like just on the right spot where his head was. And when he looked down, he could see like smoke. So when he checked properly, he realized it was a bullet. So I was imagining where home is and where Nyasare is. I learned that bullets travel long distance.
And they travel so fast.
Yes, and these are the, like in his case, if that bullet would have hit his head, then he would be dead. But it would be like a stray bullet. It was not intended to shoot him, because if you go to a home where that bullet came from, you don't know from which direction, and we are very far away from town unless you approach home from the Nyasare side. So these things are likely to happen, but what brings them? Because the police who do fire, they fire up, they don't fire straight at the people. And this is why you find that sometimes it lands on people who it was not directed to. And it is because of demonstrations. I think it is high time that Kenyans embrace dialogue. Yeah. Kenyans come down, we sit, we say, okay, this is happening. How can we go about this? Because the Gen Z say, or the youth say, we go to the street because there is no job. There are no jobs. Yes, true, there are no jobs. But another question that I always ask. If the government is to employ all the Gen Zs, as at the moment, all the Gen Zs who are on the street, all the youth who are on the street, the question is, where will they work? You see, that's the big question we should ask. Because already the government offices have people who serve in those offices. And for one to get a job in those offices as at now, it means labda one person is fired from work, two, somebody has retired from work, you see, or there is another docket within that company, within that organization, that has come up with a new innovation that involves, that needs people who can fill those vacancies. But in case there is none, I find it very difficult that it is something that we have to rethink as a Republic of Kenya when it comes to job creation.
Yeah.
People have to be entrepreneurs. People have to get something that they can do. And I believe the government needs to come in only to give support, so that the young people should be able to create jobs for themselves, because already there is market. That's the only way that we are going to avert what is popularly known as joblessness. I don't know what your take is.
Yeah, but you know, there's a time I was telling you that failing to read is one of the problems we have as a country. Because I personally, I took my time, read the finance bill, the 2024 finance bill actually. It was one of the best actually. But the problem is that we really waited, we really depended on the leaders to read and interpret it for us. It is something that right now would have created job opportunities to our youths, because there were some things that we import but can be made locally, and the government had plans to ensure that these things that can be made locally, their taxes are reduced, because number one, there are Kenyans who will be employed there. There's the Kenyan market, so you know, all those things. But what did we do as the Gen Z? We waited for someone who has got a business empire, who has got money and all that, to read it for us and interpret it for us. And that's how some people came up with all those shenanigans. Sanitary towels will be taxed. We'll no longer be able to put on sanitary towels. Whatever pampers will be taxed. We will not be such like things. So I think as youths, anytime the government is coming up with something, let us take our time and at least read it. And for sure, in fact, there's a time I gave you an assignment.
Yeah, you gave me an assignment. The week has not ended. You said till the end of the week.
Yeah, it was
on a Tuesday.
It was on a Tuesday.
Yes.
And on Monday, you will come back to me.
I will give you the feedback.
And tell me.
Yeah, but I can brief you. Yeah. Because so far, I've talked to a number of youths. They have the identification cards, but there are like 1 out of 3 has an identity card.
That is ID card?
Yes. But it's not registered as a voter.
But and is not intending to register as a voter. And again now, I will give you another assignment. Right now we had the 2025-2026 finance bill. Walk around, ask youths how many of them took their time to read it. This one, I will tell you for free. 1 out of 10 read the finance bill.
Actually, 10 out of 10, none.
So none. I can tell you, actually none.
Yeah, because it especially from this side of town, because it was believed that now it is the expert who is doing it.
None from this side, none out of 10 took his time to read the finance bill, with that notion that right now we have the expert there, and the person they are listening to told them we have experts. The same person came, told them that this is the best one. This is the best finance bill. And I remember the CS Treasury telling MPs, I think that he was here in TTC, that please msiangushe hii finance bill. It is the best. So you can imagine Kenyans waiting for things to be read and for things to be interpreted for them by the leaders. It should not be the case. Let the youths come out. Let them love reading. Let them read, just as just the way they take their time to be in social media, to do what and all that. Let them read.
You
Let
can
them
even read
understand
one
this thing.
page per day.
Yeah, you can even read one page per day. But you know that finance bill, it is over 170 pages, so you have to take your time.
Or you read 3 pages per day. You still
you
be
read, yeah. But just take your time, read and understand. If there is anywhere you are not understanding, just involve the experts, because we have economists, we have security experts, we have business experts, we have tax experts, we have, just involve them, because Gen Zs are learned people. Yeah, in your circle you will have someone in ICT, you will have someone in the KRA, you will have someone in the business sector, economist, a teacher, a lawyer, all those people in their cycle they have them, because most of them are learned.
Now,
So let them read.
you've just brought up a point that I would like to also put in an emphasis. Like, for example, when it comes to returns, that is the KRA returns, you find that many people don't understand what return is.
Yeah.
Many people, like, it is absurd that you are an employed teacher and you want to do an nil return. You don't understand what's really happening. It is very sad that you're a business person. You do the business. Your business is registered. You have KRA pin for your business, and you want to do your returns once a year.
And you do nil.
And you do nil. You see, we really don't know. And those who are joblessness, those who don't have jobs, you see, like, it is like returns are done every June.
Yeah, they know that it
every
is.
year in June.
Yeah, but
it
every
is not
30th
like that.
June.
It is not like that. Even for those who do the nil returns, when you get into that portal, if you have been doing nil return, you realize every 31st of December of that year, you need to do your returns. And there's a period given that you can do. If you don't do it within that time, there is that bonus days that are given. But you find when it comes to June, towards the end of June, that's when everybody is flocking. You want to do the returns. I think what you say is a point. We need to read widely. We need to get experts to help us understand, especially what is happening. I get you. You have a point there.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so the police was shot. The police fired from the ambulance during that, and the lobby group say officers trailed targeted protesters. So that is what you expect
In an ambulance.
Yeah, you expect to read that from the Star newspaper. Remember the Star newspaper, just go to the nearest vendor and buy a copy. The newspaper, the Standard, the Star newspaper, you just need to go and buy a copy and read if you have interest of that. But I believe those are stories that actually matters to us. And looking at what we have in the Daily Nation newspaper, that is scandal of stolen free school funds. No, sorry for that. There is this story about stolen school funds. Now, looking at what we have here, is that the Office of the Auditor General has exposed shocking fraud that saw 33 non-existent schools receiving billions of shillings in the past 4 years, even as thousands of public primary and secondary institutions across the country till us on the brink of closure due to underfunding that has piled up, staggering to 117 billion Kenyan shillings. Now, sometimes, I really don't understand how how is it even possible that there is a school registered, this school does not exist, the government throws money there for 4 years?
I can tell you for free that this is an inside job.
Mm-hmm.
This is an inside job because I believe the government cannot allocate funds for an existing school. According to my understanding is that there are over 20 schools that have been funded by the government. Na zote ni shule hewa, they don't exist. You begin to wonder.
And they're public schools.
And they're public schools.
How?
And by the way,
Where are the invigilators?
by the way, and again, this one might be true because
Mm-hmm.
even here in Migori, within town, within the CBD,
Mm-hmm.
do you know that there is a school that has been built? It has got structures,
Mm-hmm.
washrooms, administration blocks, and some classrooms, but it has got no students. I won't mention the name of the school because
Mm-hmm.
but if in any case you don't know the school, I'll tell you off record. But but it is a school within the CBD. It has got no students. Even right now, ukienda pale, you will find no student,
No pupil.
no pupil.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know whether these are some of the schools that the government is funding or what. But what I want to tell you is that it is an inside job. But if the example I've just given you is something to go by, then there might be some other schools like that that were built by the government, but the government has failed to employ teachers in that school. The government has failed to ensure that there is a conducive learning environment in those schools, and the government has failed to ensure that there are pupils in those schools, because parents cannot send their children to a school without a teacher. That is number one.
Mm-hmm.
Parents cannot send their children to a school without conducive learning environment.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, for example, the school I'm talking about, if you look at it, where it is situated, number one, is not fit for learning. And I'll tell you the reason of air. Because you know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, just for some reasons. And if you look at the school, it has got no teacher. So those are some of the two reasons why maybe a parent cannot send a student there. Number one, it is in an environment that is not fit for learning. Okay, I'll just tell you that it is in an environment where drug and substance abuse
It's the predominant, it's the way to go by.
Is the way to go by.
Mm-hmm.
That one I'll just tell you because number one, I've not mentioned the school. So it is situated where drugs and substance abuse is the order of the day. You can imagine you're taking your child to a place where akitoka shuleni anaenda anarudi nyumbani, then he meets people smoking bang and all that. So you know, you will know that, all right, this is the order of the day. So number one, a parent cannot take the child there.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting me? Number two, the government has failed to post any teacher in that school. So these are some of the two factors that are making parents not to send their children to school. But you will find that a report is being sent to the relevant authorities that the school has students. You might, not that you will, you might find that the school, a report is being sent to the relevant authorities that maybe this school has got such a number of students, has got such a number of government employed teachers, has got such a number of board of management employed teachers and all that. So the government should come out and ensure that these schools that do not exist do not receive funds, because just yesterday we just read about how some school, some schools, or rather, secondary school teachers are crying that there are no funds in school, and they might be forced to close the school as early as possible. So we don't want to. The government should come out, ensure that all these schools does not exist, and the fundings that they have received gets back to the government and assist the education sector. Yeah.
So you can also see that there are the government, the schools are staggering.
Yeah.
Staggering. That is the public primary and secondary school, because there is over 117 billion Kenyan shillings that are needed.
Yes.
For the schools to run. We believe, and looking at this, I know sometimes it is very challenging because the government is really pumping a lot of money in education. Look at the education sector. Even during this finance bill 2025-2026, a lot was pumped
To education
into education system.
Yeah.
So again, we really hope that things are going to turn around. Looking at the people, I mean the Daily Nation newspaper, you see their image of Kipchumba Murkomen and the staff are there. You can read more extensively of that story, and I will jump to Taifa Leo. Taifa Leo huwa inaniweka kasi sana niweze kuzungumza kwa Swahili ili watu waweze kunipata vema. Na katika gazeti ya Taifa Leo tunapata ya kwamba shule za loa madeni. Kuna madeni katika shule mbalimbali, na hili linatokana na utafiti ama ripoti iliyotoka katika afisi ya anaitwa mkaguzi wa hesabu Nancy Gathungu. Inaonyesha kwamba mashule zinaloa deni, ya kwamba inawezekana ya kwamba kwa wakati zijazo pengine wakati mwingine inaweza patikana ya kwamba mashule zitafungwa mapema, ama kama sivyo itakuwa ya kwamba hali ya masomo katika mashule haya pengine yatatatanishwa kidogo. Hilo linapatikana katika gazeti ya Taifa Leo.
Kuloa madeni. Ushaonyeshewa?
Nimeonyeshewa na kuloa maji.
Yeah, I love the statement.
Nimeonyeshewa vilivyo.
Vizuri sana.
Vilivyo. Yaani unaonyeshewa hadi kwa ndani yanaloa maji.
Sasa shule pia zinaloa madeni.
Shule zinaloa madeni. Sasa Swahili, ni Swahili hiyo.
I loved the statement.
By the editors.
Yes.
Very creative people. Very creative. They know how to use words to make sure they really get what they want, so that they keep you reading. Okay, hayo yanapatikana katika gazeti ya Taifa Leo. Unaweza kufikia pale ukaweza kununua gazeti ya Taifa Leo na ukaweza kusoma zaidi, utapata hayo hapo. Alafu People Daily, State seeks home buyers identity in illicit cash fight. You can also read that and more. That is on matters of business. Business. You can also check that and read. Now, getting into the newspaper that we normally give you brief on, that is People Daily newspaper. Remember, People Daily newspaper is free. You just go to your nearest vendor and pick your copy and read. Even if you cannot get a vendor close by, just go online.
You'll
type
find it.
People Daily newspaper.
Yes.
And you'll be able to read for free. Okay, we see Kenya's political fox boxed. And we see there the image of the president. That's William Ruto. President's resilience mirrors the doctrine espoused by Nicole Machiavelli in The Prince, that a successful leader must be both lion and fox fierce when needed, and cunning when necessary. But how long can he do that? How long can our president be lion.
I think that
and fox.
the people daily is giving us food for thought. Yeah.
So that is there, but we really hope that everything is going to go well. Now, getting into what is in the People Daily newspaper, on page 2 of the People Daily newspaper, Kenyan's mourn Gachagua satirist KK mwenyewe.
KK mwenyewe, yeah, I saw the post yesterday. He died after a short illness.
Yes.
Yeah, and he came to a limelight after imitating Gachagua. Yes. And people, but let him rest in peace. Actually, you know, he tried his best. He fought his fight. He made some of us laugh. He made some of us smile because he imitated Rigathi Gachagua so much.
Yes.
Yeah, but I saw someone criticizing Rigathi Gachagua for not coming in to assist him. Yet he assisted that lady who came up with the name Rigiji. So I don't know, but you know, once someone goes or once someone ends his journey, then a lot of things have to be said. Yeah. But let him rest in peace.
It is very sad to lose a young person at that tender age, at the age of 25. He really had a lot to do, but again, you see, when it comes to death, we have no say about death. The only thing we can do is just to say, oh, sorry for what happens, and we really hope that the family, we pray that God will comfort the family. And the family will be comforted. That is a very sad story. You can also get to read that comedian was one of its own kind, and it was a very good content creator.
Yeah, he was a very good content creator, by the way.
Yeah, so you can check on that. Now, moving on to page 2. Market traders lament poor sales, insecurity and distress. That is what we have there. A story by Lavender Kisumba. Many are turning to social media and local networks to push their products while praying for stability in the political arena and an improved economy. So as there's a lot of politics and a lot of tension, businesses don't do well. So you can also get a copy and check.
You know, in I don't know whether it was in business or whether it was in history, whereby we were told that some of the factors that can make a business thrive, or that can make things go better in a country, is political stability. You know, we used to write political stability in almost every answer.
Yeah. That is in history.
In history, yes.
Everything, political instability.
Yeah, almost in every answer, there was something to do with political stability. So we really need that, and that one tells you that we really need a political stable country.
You know, I love the history so much. So when you get
there, I also loved history.
And what led to the formation of NAT? Remember the NAT?
Yeah.
The NAT.
The Kenya National Union of Teachers.
What led to the formation of UNESCO? Political instability.
Everything, just political instability.
And you will get a tick.
And you will get a tick. Formation, why trade unions were formed? Political instability. So we really need a politically stable country, by the way.
Why did Kenya become a multi-party state? Political instability.
That one was
you can create a content with that.
Okay. Why did Kenya participate in 1982 coup? Political instability. You just explain. So that one tells you, because we've seen people guarding their businesses anytime we have political unrest. That is the
political instability.
That brings about political instability. Yes, because now imagine you are not selling anything. None of your products is being sold. But you have to employ someone to guard your product, and you will pay him at the end of the day, just because you don't want any goon to attack your business. Just because of maandamano, Gen Z maandamano. So we really need a stable country for businesses to thrive. Yes.
Okay. We don't want to experience political instability.
Yeah, we don't want to experience political instability.
Okay, I get you. Okay, let me take on this story that I believe we'll be able to sum up because of the interest of time. Panic in coast after deaths of 4 from unknown malady. Now this is very painful.
That was a very painful story. I saw it. It was a very strange disease. And you know, the government should act quickly, because if the government does not act quickly, then we might go back to the era of corona, because according to the information that I saw, is that the disease kills within a span of 24 hours.
Yeah, that's I think the Minister of Health need to come out and find out actually what this is, because if it is not looked at carefully and it's spread across the country, it will spread like a bushfire.
Yeah.
So we
because
really need to
mwili unafura, unatoa maji ya uzaa nini. So we really need, the government really need to act fast.
Yes. So you need to grab a copy and read, be informed of that disease that has claimed lives of 4 in a way that nobody expected, and read more and more. That is in the People Daily newspaper.
If we don't act so quickly, then we will go back to, if we act normally, this disease.
No, if you behave normally.
Yes, if you behave normally, this disease. Lakini tumepitia bwana. Right now, you know, people can joke about corona disease and how things were happening, how curfew imposed, how people suffered, the way people okipatikana bila masks. We don't want to go back there.
And you see, the funny part, I really love Kenyans. I really love Kenyans. You know, Kenya is one of the countries that you really love to be there.
Yeah.
Because everything turns to a joke. And then the most serious thing that you really want to treat it.
You remember the first person who was selling masks? I think he was selling them at 100 shillings.
Yeah. And people
no one knew that mask would be as cheap as 5 bob.
And leave alone
5
that.
bob.
Leave alone that somebody made a joke that, you see, you know, he put it in a Luo language. At this time, sasa hivi, I want to translate for the listeners also. Listen, and it is because maybe you took Pfizer, Johnson to Johnson. So that's why people are just dying everywhere. So
people were vaccinated,
and that was again criticized.
That was because it was criticized because once you are vaccinated, ulikuwa unakuwa mgonjwa.
No. You know, that was not the case. That was not the case.
Like you just feel your body temperature, your fever, all over
I
your
don't know,
body.
but you know, I was vaccinated.
How did you feel?
I first took, I think it was Pfizer. Then I got Johnson to Johnson. But I think I was vaccinated, I don't know, many times. But
so how did you feel?
I felt normal. Absolutely normal.
Then you are
what
not
happened
okay.
is, now, there's this research that was made, and I think that's what really happened. That's what really happened. There's this a research that was made, I think it was in a form of a story, that there was a guy who was in prison. He was blindfolded. Then they took
they told him that he would be
beaten by this snake,
because he was sentenced to that.
Yes,
to
actually
death.
it was not that he was told, he was just blindfolded. Then they took needle and pricked his arm. Then
He knew that ameumwa na nyoka.
Then they unfolded him and they showed him this is what has bitten him. And after some times, the guy just died. You see, it is not that he was bitten by the snake. The snake didn't bite the person. The psychology, he had been made psychologically attuned that if this snake bites you, you are going to die. So it was like he's dead. First you die psychologically before you die physically. So that happened during the times of Corona. Every person who was vaccinated, it was like, who had taken the jab, it's like, I'm sick. I'm sick. So you go there.
But I was not vaccinated actually, but those are some of the reasons that made me not to go for vaccination. Because I was imagining, should I go for vaccination or should I go to job? Then I was like, let me go to work.
And you're afraid you're going to be sick.
Yeah.
Like, so it
number
was
one,
psychological. It was psychological.
Because number one, I thank God, in my entire life, I think ugonjwa unanishikanga ni homa tu.
You never had stomach aches.
Ni homa tu. So those are the diseases. And I thank God for that. That's why when I saw some people sick, I said, no, I can't go for this. I can't be sick. Yeah.
Okay. So you are very fortunate, but you've never had stomach aches.
Yeah, I've never
headache,
had bad over.
You've never haujaendesha gari kubwa.
I only suffer from how do we call them? Flu.
Okay.
I only suffer from flu.
Then your immune system is very strong. You're blessed with a strong immune system.
But anyway,
you're here to live long.
Let the Ministry of Health act so fast, because we don't want to see people dying in the coast. We don't want to see more deaths. We don't want the disease to spread in other countries and even in other counties in Kenya. Yeah.
Now, again, there's this story which is a bit positive. Fresh hopes for anti-HIV efforts amid funding crisis. I think we just need to read that story. Just to go read that story. It is a positive to those who live with HIV/AIDS, and it will help also to prevent HIV spread, because there is hopes. There's hope, good hopes, and I say in the next 10 years to come, HIV/AIDS will be a past.
Yeah, it will be something that, in fact, like even right now, it should be something of the past, because I believe that everyone is now well sensitized. You know, just like you said, you know, Kitambo, Kitambo, people will even die out of stigma that your spouse has died out of that. Is it dying out of or dying of?
Dying of, dying from,
whichever, from the disease. Then you will be stigmatized. There are people who will segregate you. There are people who will just tell you, hata wewe ni kama uko na ugonjwa. And those are say things of the past, because right now people are sensitized. Watu wanajua na unafaa kula vizuri, unafaa kumeza dawa vizuri. You need to do some serious exercise.
And you know, there are some I don't know what they call it,
kama ni kazi fanya, kama ni kwenda kulima.
There's this injection that they normally give, not injection but tabs, network preps. If you take preps, and you know, I don't want to speak that.
With that one is just encouraging more.
Not encouraging, it works.
It is encouraging ginene. But just take care of yourself. Actually, just take care of yourself. Don't.
And it is encouraging ginene. What is ginene?
I have just forgotten it. But it is encouraging it. Well, what I can tell you is that just take care of yourself.
You see what's happening? There was a medic was explaining it to me. Like, you find that, for example, you work away from where your wife lives. Like, you work in Kisumu and your family lives here, and just for security purposes, before you happen to know your wife, you people need to go for preps a week before.
Your wife?
Earlier. Yeah, you never know what happens these days. You got to be careful. That's what he was explaining.
It's okay.
Okay, you have to sum up with this one. This is the last one. I'm not going beyond this. Ex-Senator Oruba to pay clerk 11.5 million damages.
Vita vya wanasiasa, vita vya wenye wanaendesha V8, vita vya wenye wako na security, unawaachia.
Ati court awards Jeremiah Nyegenye 8 million,
8 million
in general damage and 2.5 million in exemplary and aggravated damages.
Just like I told you, vita vya wanasiasa, vita vya watu ambao wanaendesha magari makubwa makubwa, unawaachia. Usiingilie. Tomorrow they will be friends.
So the big shock is that Oruba is no longer
a senator.
A senator.
She was nominated, I think, in UDA. I think
just like that.
I think the mistake Oruba did, which I don't see a mistake there. I think she's one of the politicians who welcomed Matiang'i at the airport, right?
Yeah.
I think that's where the rain started beating her.
Even before that, she had, I think she was expelled from the Senate for some reasons. Then that came up also.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
But those are some of the reasons that triggered it. But we leave it at that point.
Now the big question I want you to ask, within the law, her position, is there going to be election or the president?
She was nominated.
Is there going to be by election in her post, or the president can nominate another person?
Someone else can be nominated, but there is no by-election for a nominated person. Who voted you in?
So you can be nominated. I'm floating out myself for the president. I'm here. Please nominate me. That was just a by the way, a cross talk. Thank you so much for keeping tuned to BTV. Thank you so much for keeping tuned to the vibrant morning, where we brought you what is in the different newspaper headlines and what happens across across Migori County. That's what we are summing up with. You didn't.
By the way,
that's why I gave you to sum up. Give us what happened in Migori, what's happening in Migori, what to expect. And today, I'm not coming back to talk again. You say everything and sum up.
Is that a punishment?
No, that's not a punishment. That's a way to end a show.
It's a command.
No, a way to end a show.
I don't belong to forces, you know. Those who work in the forces, they are okay with command. Anyway, I'll just sum up. But the residents of Nyatike came out yesterday. They condemned what was witnessed at Kabobo, whereby someone carrying a panga was seen, a politician was attacked, and all that. And you know, it is something which happened when we had several dignitaries around, and it is something that they have come up to condemn seriously. And they are saying that such like things were happening in the previous regime, whereby we had a leader there, and there's the current leader, and there's also another leader. So it is something that is going on between leaders in Nyatika, and they have really come out to condemn, and they want the leaders to at least live in harmony and ensure that they give each other at least a space to work. So I think that's all in Migori County. There's nothing much this county this week. You know, most of the time when we have a lot of activities, after the end of such activities, inatulia kidogo. But right now we are just okay. That's all from Migori County. So thank you so much for keeping it BTV. Thank you so much for being our #1 fan. Thank you so much. And remember, today is a Wednesday. Just like I told you yesterday, today being a Wednesday, kama uko na mama pale nyumbani, hakikisha wakati utarudi nyumbani, just buy something good. Hata queen cake ya 10 bob tu mpelekee. It is a ladies night, hata you know they love sweet things. If your wife loves crunchy things, mpelekee vitu zinaradwa hivi, itakuwa tamu tena sana. So have a good day, Amodede.
Thank you so much. Till tomorrow.